In this video, we're going to talk about Vapi.ai, probably the best platform out there, which is self-explanatory every step of the way, how to get set up and how to get started. So basically, create an account. You're going to get the dashboard like this. The menu, you can see the assistants, phone numbers, files, tools, blocks, and squads. Squads is for more advanced. Blocks, at the moment, they are working on a new feature. Tools, they are the tools. That's what you're gonna need to personalize your assistant. Files is the knowledge base. Phone numbers and assistants. So phone numbers, to get the phone number, you go here, import, you go on Twilio. It's pretty easy. You can use your Google account, sign up with Google. Now, as soon as you log in into Twilio, you're gonna have a dashboard like this. So you go on your phone numbers, manage phone numbers, active numbers, buy a number. The first number will be for free. You go here, you choose the country you are in, you buy a number, you go back to here and you put all the information, the SID and the SID token. You get them from on the main account. You're gonna see your you click on the console, you click here, your dashboard, you find all the information that you need in here. So we're gonna import our number and it's gonna look like this. Here is the number ID. You're gonna be asked for the number ID or the phone number. So you basically copy paste this one. If you wanna set it for inbound, you can set it from here. If you wanna just send a phone call, you can put the number in here, set an assistant that you want to make the call, or set the squad. So up to here is pretty easy, pretty self-explanatory. Now creating agents. I'm not gonna waste your time going through all this. This is the most user-friendly. It explains everything. What is here, what is here, what do you need to put in here. You check the documentation, you go on here, you go on a quick start, or you go on the dashboard, inbound call, outbound call, and it's gonna tell you everything. You go on an introduction, and then you have all the information that you need in here. So it's pretty easy. Depends what you wanna do with it. You don't need to learn everything. You just focus on what you wanna get done. And that's pretty much it. So let's keep it simple for this video. So set up your assistant in here, and then we're gonna get to a point where we need to create tools to actually make them work for us, to do tasks for you. For example, you wanna make a booking, or you wanna upsell products, or you wanna ease the sign up process. So for example, you have a sign up form for your new customers. What you're gonna do is you set up a tool in here. When someone say, I want to sign up, I want to get started, or how do I get started, it will automatically trigger the tool. And then, for example, you can send them an email or a message. We already have the phone number, so you can use the phone number, send them an SMS, send them to a link to sign up. If requires file uploading, like resume and all that stuff, you just do it through here. So how you gonna do that? We're gonna go in tools. We create a new tool. You can create custom tools, so you have your you use your own app. So you can create the Flask app where you can send requests and get requests, and then you have your whole process there. For example, you use your own database. You set it up the way you want, and then you send information there. You process it and then send it back. We're gonna use variables, and then we're gonna use webhooks. So I'll teach you in a little bit what are variables and what is a webhook. So you go in here, server URL is the webhook that I was talking about. We go into make.com, create a new scenario. This is to make it as easy as possible. So as soon as you learn this, you can create your own stuff. All right, so here we go. Click on the webhook, custom webhook. You click add. Here you set up a name for your reference and click on save. And then you're gonna get this link. So you copy it from here, you copy, and then you go back in the dashboard and then you paste it in here. Basically what a webhook is a bridge of information. So it's gonna pass information from Vapi or from your assistant. It's gonna pass it to make.com that will process the information. Okay, so I created these files. I'm gonna upload them on LinkedIn. So what are variables? What exactly it does? How you can set them up? So basically, one shoe doesn't fit all, so you need to create dynamic agents. So you're not gonna call everyone John. You're not gonna call. You're not gonna sell them the same thing. You're not gonna tell them the same information if they don't ask for it. So everything is gonna be based on the customer needs. The easiest way to set variables is from your database. When you send the information, when you pull the information from there, it's gonna be set as name, phone number, email address. So those are the variables. So when you're gonna look for your customers, you're gonna look for a phone number because it's unique. There is no two phone numbers the same. So you're gonna look for the phone number and you're gonna pull their information from the database. So when you're gonna pull their information from the database, the only thing he has access to is the phone number of that person, and then all the information is related to that person. So you can see their account balance, you can see their last visit, you can see pretty much everything about that person. If they're gonna ask, oh, what about John? I say, I'm sorry, I don't have access to John. Only thing I have access is to your information. Even if he's trying to trick the AI to get the information, he's not gonna be able to get the information because he doesn't have access to it. So the only information he has access to is the phone number that is being called from, or the phone number that we call from. If that makes any sense. Anyway, I'll leave all this so you can have a look through, and then you will understand better as soon as you start playing around with it. Here is a little bit about tool calling and what it does. We send a request. So we send a request with the information that we want to pass. We receive back the processed information. An easy example, a most popular example is to check the date and time. For example, gonna send a request to check the date and time. It's gonna check the date and time, and it's gonna send a response with the actual date and time. If you're gonna ask again for the date and time, it's gonna go again and check the date and time at that specific moment. So this is an example for the weather. Can you check the weather in California or a specific area? It's gonna go check the weather. You're gonna get the response with the result. Yeah. So this is the response format. So we need to when we send the response, we need to put the tool ID and the result in there. Yeah, I'm gonna upload this as well. I'm gonna put it on LinkedIn. So this is the layout of what I want to teach in the next few videos. So you're gonna go through VAPI, the interface, the variables, webhooks, and how to set up the basic AI assistants that will be used for inbound and outbound calling. And now we know this is the most important part, is the variables and advanced features. So how you use the webhooks. Okay, so getting back to it, or server URL, you're gonna save that one. You're gonna click next. So this is how it should look like. So you click on save, you click next. Okay, so we click create. Now we have a tool that checks the date and time. Here we have the tool ID. We send the information to this webhook. What the sync is if the AI will wait for the response or will carry on without getting a response back. Off means that we'll wait for the response. On means that we'll carry on with the conversation. All right, so how are we testing our tool? So after we create the tool, we need to test it. We can use Postman, but to get more familiar with the VAPI, what we're gonna do and make that come, what we're gonna do is we're gonna call in here. We're gonna request the information. We're gonna process it in make that come and see how that works. Talk to YouTube. Hello. You call. And then we send the webhook response. In the body, we need to send the information with the tool ID and the response. So how we gonna do that is we go in here. This is the tool response. We just copy this. We go back in here. As the response. Here you go. As the response in the body, we just paste this one in here. As a tool ID, we're gonna put the tool ID from here. So when we get the tool call, we get the tool ID as well. Here you go. And now the response. The response, we get the date and time from as a variable. Here you go. So now we have a variable. So now we learn how to use the variables, and then we get the response with the variables. And now let's save it. Let's run it again with the new data. What was the date and time? Sorry, can you check again for me?
One moment. It seems there was an issue retrieving the date and time for Brisbane. Please hold on a moment while I try again. Thank you for your patience. Give me a moment. Just a sec. I apologize for the inconvenience, but it seems I'm having trouble retrieving the date and time for Brisbane at the moment. Please bear with me as I try to resolve this.
Okay, so now we need to modify the prompt. Okay, it's usually trial and error with these LLMs.
Oh, hello there.
Hey, how are you?
I'm just a program, but I'm here and ready to help you. How can I assist you today?
Well, can you please check the date and time for me, please?
This will just take a sec. The current date and time is July 25, 2024 at 02:20 UTC. How else can I assist you?
All right, so the tool is working, but we need to format it. Yes?
Oh, hello there.
Hey, how are you? Can you please check the date and time for me?
One moment. The current date and time is July 25th, 2024 at 10:05 a.m.
There you go. Now the tool is working. It's getting the answers properly. So I need to play around a bit. And then here, when you format it, that's the beauty of it. You can do everything in here, so you don't need to add extra tools or extra steps. So here you go. You got your first webhook that checks the date and time. Now I'm very, very curious to see what you're gonna build with it. You can create N tools to make use of your voice AI agents. And yeah, happy learning. So this is the prompt. This is it. This is the prompt. Literally, this is the setup. So we get the information from here through this webhook. This is it. There is nothing hidden in there. And we get the date and time as a variable. So date and time, format date. And then we format it, and then you can choose to format it the way you want to format it. And then you pass it to the webhook response in this type format, the result, tool call ID result. And that's pretty much it. That's all you need to do. Thank you for watching. Keep learning, and I will see you in the next video.